we'll discuss about introduction to trigonometry here. In this class 10 chapter, we will discuss about a 90-degree triangle and an equate triangle. So here you can see here I have drawn a right angle triangle. This right angle triangle at point B, because it is making a 90-degree angle here, and two angles we have that is less than 90 degree, we call them as equate angle. So in this chapter, this introduction to trigonometry, we will discuss about right angle triangle only, which is related with all the trigonometrical functions. In these trigonometrical functions, we have 6 trigonometrical functions. One is sine, next is cosine, another is tangent, cotangent, cosecant and secant. These are the 6 trigonometric functions, but we call them as sine, cos, tan, cot, cosec and sec. But they are not called individually, they are called along with an angle. For say, we can call them as sine of angle theta, or you can say as like sine of angle A from the angle we are talking. Now in this right angle, let's talk about in this right triangle, we are talking about this angle, angle A. So when we discuss about this angle A, so we can talk about sine A. For example, we are talking about angle B, we'll say as sine angle of C. So we can call them. The equate angle only are called along with these trigonometrical functions. So we'll discuss about how these 6 trigonometrical functions are related with this right angle triangle. You will get this in class 10 in a triangle chapter, but here also we can discuss about this, the triangle. How? In this triangle we have 3 sides. All these 3 sides have a 3 names. The bigger angle which we have here, we call them as hypotenuse. This one we call as a base, since we are talking about this angle, and this one we call as perpendicular. This can be changed also. If we talk, let's talk about another right angle, P, Q and R. Here the right angle is at Q, which is making a 90-degree angle, and other P and R is making an equate angle which is less than 90 degree. So if I take this angle, if I take this equate angle, then I can say this is the base and this will become the perpendicular. Like here I have took this equate angle instead of this place, then this is becoming the hypotenuse, the base and the perpendicular. So these are the 3 things which we have in a right triangle. So now these 6 trigonometrical functions, how we relate them with a right triangle. How we relate them? So there is a functions like we can say as, let me rub out the whole entire part. So these 6 trigonometrical functions, how we relate to the right triangle. Let's write here sine, cos, tan, cot, cosec and sec. So these 6 trigonometrical functions, how we relate with this right triangle, which will be necessary here in this class 10 chapter. So let's talk about, we'll take this angle, this equate angle we'll talk, then we'll write as sine A and we relate them with sine is equal to, what is the formula? Formula means how we relate them. For that we have an easy process for by-hearting. Thus I do in this way, like some people have curly black hair, turn permanently brown. This is the easy process to by heart some people have curly black hair turned permanently brown. Now this line, how we will relate with this 6 trigonometrical function with this triangle. Like I said you, in this triangle we will talk this one as the hypotenuse, this one as the base, and this one as the perpendicular. So this trigonometrical ratio or trigonometrical functions, how it is related here. Some will take the first letter, all the first letter of this sentence. The first letter S means sine, P means perpendicular, H means hypotenuse, C means cos, B means base, H means hypotenuse, T means tan, P is perpendicular, B is base. So how we relate them? Sine A is equal to, some people have, we can write down as perpendicular by hypotenuse. Curly black here, we can write as cos, let's talk about A, and B, H, that is base by hypotenuse. T we are talking about turn, so we can take as tan A is equal to turn permanently brown. So we can say as perpendicular by base. Now you must be thinking, we have in this sentence only the relation between this 3 trigonometric function with this right triangle. What about the other 3? These 3 are the reciprocal of the other 3. Sine is related with cosec. You can write in this way also, just to keep them in relation. Sine we can write down as cosec, then cos will be related with sec, and tan is related with cot. So cosec is the reciprocal of sine. So sine A is perpendicular by hypotenuse. So cosec A you can write down as hypotenuse by perpendicular. Cos is the reciprocal of sec. So if cos A is base by hypotenuse, then sec you can write down as hypotenuse by base. And tan is the reciprocal of cot. So tan A we are writing as perpendicular by base. So we can write down as cot A is equal to base by perpendicular. So this is the 6 trigonometric functions, how it is related with the right triangle. So this is the process. Some people have curly black hair turned permanently brown. If you by heart this line, you can remember this automatically. Why? These all are related. Sine is related with cosec, cos is related with sec, and tan is related with cot. So here I am talking about the right angle. In this right angle, I am talking about the acute angle of angle A. So I have written here angle A. So if I would have written sine C, that means it is, I am talking about the acute angle C. So in all the problems in this coming chapter which you will get with an angle. When you get an angle along with a trigonometrical function, that means they are talking about an acute angle. So in some problems you might be getting like sine theta. So theta is the acute angle of that right triangle. So sine theta also, same you can write down perpendicular by hypotenuse. But they have a name. When we write in a right triangle, when we are discussing about their names. So if you are talking about sine perpendicular by hypotenuse, then the perpendicular have a name, that is BC. And hypotenuse we are talking about AC. So this is, along with these functions, we have some other functions also, or you can say like identities which will be necessary for this chapter. Not exactly identity also, like you can say the functions also, we can say them. So these are some trigonometric functions which will be also needed, that is sine A, let's talk about A only, sine A 1 by cosec A, okay. Then we can talk cos A, how they are related with sec. So it will be written as 1 upon sec A. Then we have tan. So tan A is equal to 1 by cot A. 1 upon cot A. So these are the 3. Now you have sine A is equal to 1 by cosec A, cos A is equal to 1 by sec A, tan A is equal to 1 by cot A. So these A you can see here, it will be changed according to the triangle. So for this now again, cot A, it will be written as 1 by tan A. Then we have sec A is equal to 1 by cos A. Then we have cosec A is equal to 1 by sin A. We have two more functions, that is tan A is equal to sin A by cos A, and we have again cot A is equal to cos A by sin A. So these two you might be thinking now, here is you have written tan A is equal to 1 by cot A is equal to 1 by tan A, then this is also written tan A is equal to sin by cos and cot is equal to cos by sin. It depends. You have to use your common sense. When you get a problem, according to the problem, these formulas will be used. Whether you are going to use tan A is equal to 1 by cot A, or either you are going to use tan A is equal to sin by cos. This is of a common sense. But the most important things, I prefer you have to learn this line. If you learn this line, there is some people have curly black hair, turn completely brown. This line almost solve the 50 to 60% doubts which you have in the trigonometrical functions along with the right triangle, how they are related. So the same way again I'll repeat for you. Some people will talk about the first letter. S we denote as sine, P as perpendicular, H is for hypotenuse, again this C will be for cos, B is for base, H is for hypotenuse, T is for tan, P is for perpendicular and B is for base. And other three are the reciprocal of the before three. So this sine is equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse, cos is equal to base by hypotenuse, tan A is equal to perpendicular by base. So you can by heart this one, you can remember also, so that these things will be helping you for the coming problem that which we are going to do in exercise. So now, before we jump to the exercise 8.1, I have to teach you the Pythagoras theorem, which you will be getting in triangle chapter in the same book only. So in the Pythagoras theorem, we discuss with the right angle triangle only. So here the right angle triangle is at this point, so let's give a name B, and here we'll give us A, or you can give A here also, A, B, and let's talk this one as C, and this one is equiangle, which is less than 90 degree. Less than 90 degree means for angle 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree up to 89 you can talk, and this is 90 degree. So the Pythagoras theorem, which you need to know before you jump into the exercise. So Pythagoras theorem is a very easy thing. This is the hypotenuse, like we said you earlier, hypotenuse. This one we say as base, and this one we say as perpendicular, depending on the angle that which we are taking. If I am taking angle C, then base will be this one, perpendicular will be this one. If I am taking angle this, then this will become the base and this will become the perpendicular. It depends on which side, which angle you are taking. So if I am taking this as a triangle, if I am taking this triangle and I am taking angle from here, then for me this will become the base, this will be perpendicular, this will be hypotenuse. So now the Pythagoras theorem of a right triangle. The Pythagoras theorem is hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. But we don't write this one in this way. We denote them with the help of the sides. Like hypotenuse we have here, that is AC. AC square is equal to perpendicular square, that is AB, plus base square, that is BC square. So from here two more will come out, two more formulas will be written. Like some questions, they may have the hypotenuse, they may have the base, and they are asking you to find out the perpendicular. In that case, what we do, we just change it. Like here, the perpendicular is AB, and in the question they have asked you to find out the base, and you have the hypotenuse and the perpendicular you have, the base you have, the hypotenuse you have, and you have to find out the perpendicular. Just the formula will change like this: AC square, the base will be changed this side, and AB will be left here. Again, in the same case, if you have a hypotenuse value and you have a value for the perpendicular and you have to find out the base, the same process, the hypotenuse will be left in its own side, the perpendicular will change, that is AB square is equal to the BC will be left here. So these are the three. The formula is this one, and from here this one, and this formula will be coming out. Let's take an example now. Let's take an example and let's find it out. What will be the, how we use this Pythagoras theorem. Say this is a right triangle. Here you have the perpendicular as 2 and you have a base value as 2 again. Or you can say, let's talk 3, and you have to find out the hypotenuse. So by Pythagoras theorem, we write down as AC square is equal to perpendicular is AB square plus the base is BC square. So this is the formula which you know. I have written here, hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So their names. Since we are talking about this triangle, so we are talking, this is the perpendicular, this is the base, and this is the hypotenuse. The larger side is the hypotenuse. So I have to find out the hypotenuse. So how we find out? We keep this hypotenuse like this. We have a perpendicular value, that is 2. We put here. The square will be here. BC, the value is given as 3, and we will put a square here. So AC square is equal to 2 square will become 4, 3 square will become 9, AC square, 9 plus 4 will be 13. So now we remove this square. When you remove this square, it becomes root 13. So for this value of perpendicular and the base value is 3, we get the hypotenuse as root 13. This is the way we can solve. This is one example that which I have shown you. Now in exercise, you will be more clear when we solve the problem.